tell our attorney, what is she being arrested for?
Felony murder and cruelty to children in the second degree.
Hey there, folks! Today, we're diving into some jaw-dropping scenarios that'll make your head spin. Picture this, a tipsy teacher caught red-handed in school, a wild ride with 40 kids on board, a teacher unleashing fury on the principal post-firing, and a heartbreaking tale of a daycare teacher facing charges for a tragic loss. Buckle up, because we're about to delve into some seriously shocking hookups. Little lovey-day care horror where Amanda Harris Hickey faces second-degree murder charges. After infant's death, starting with something truly horrible when a daycare teacher called 911 for a baby who was unresponsive, but later she was charged as guilty. The owner of Little Lovey Daycare, Amanda Harris Hickey, was guilty of a major crime that happened on February 3rd, 2021, at her establishment in Dunwoody, Georgia. During nap time, she didn't follow the medical rules for how babies should sleep and put Charles Charlie Arison Cronmiller, who was 4 months old at the time, face down in a pack and play. It's too bad that Charlie was left alone, and in that way for more than 2 hours before he was found, and was also not responding during the search. Even though there were efforts to bring him back to life, the hospital declared him dead. Amanda Hickey was charged with 9 counts of mistreatment of many more babies who were in her care. Some of these charges were second-degree murder, acting recklessly, and being mean to children. The baby must have rolled over on his own, according to Hickey, who told the police that she put the 4-month-old on his back. Still, a video showed that the baby had been left in the pack and play for 2 hours so that it could take a nap. The defendant used a tissue to wipe her eyes after watching the video that was shown in court on Friday, October 12th. When Hickey was being sentenced in court, she said, "The person in those videos is me. I accept full responsibility for the things I did and how I behaved on that particular day, even though that's not who I am," she said. Other people also came forward saying she once flipped over a 7-month-old baby boy by one leg and then put him on his head in a pack and play. This is a terrible event to witness. Because of what she did, Hickey got 30 years in prison and 5 years of probation. In total, she will spend 30 years in prison following her actions. The parents of Christopher Cronmiller, Stephanie, and Eric Cronmiller made the Charlie's Army website in his name to teach others how important it is to keep children safe and to keep other children from going through tragedies like their own. The unraveling of drunk teacher Kimberly's career. This 3rd-grade teacher was drunk on the job, so she was arrested on the day of school. She was taken out of the classroom because of her off behavior before the school day started. The 3rd-grade teacher Kimberly Coates, 53, was caught 3 times over the limit on a Thursday while she was at the Perkins Tryon Intermediate School in Perkins, Oklahoma. A body cam video that was released shows the moment when school administrators and cops spoke to the confused teacher. The teacher continuously denied being involved whatsoever and answered wrongly again and again. Here is what went down. Okay, there are no more games. Chief Doug Ogle points to the blue cup that Coates has been drinking from since the morning and asks, "What is in that?" When Coates replied, "My juice," the school security officer cut her off. "My juice, would you like to give it another chance?" The cop said that there is wine in the cup after smelling it. Coates tried to explain her strange behavior by saying it was because she was taking medicine for anxiety. But a breathalyzer test showed that her blood alcohol level was 0.24, which is 3 times the legal limit of 0.08 for driving. Even though Coates denied all claims and said she hadn't been drinking at work, she did say she had half a box of wine the night before and kept drinking until after 3 in the morning. She meant the blue cup when she said, "The one I drank out of yesterday. There was no need for me to drink today. I drank from that when I went to work the day before yesterday." But after Sergeant Spencer Geeden told her she was wrong, she revealed that she had drunk alcohol on the way to work on the same Thursday morning. He said, "Unless you drank at ST Ton at like 8 o'clock this morning, I don't know how you could still be that high." After that, she admitted that she had drunk booze on the way to work. Also, Ogle seemed to have turned down her report, pointing out that she looked healthy early in the morning before classes started at 8:25 a.m. Coates broke down in tears and begged the cops not to arrest her as soon as they told her she was going to be arrested. Through sobs, she said, "Please, please, I can't do this. Please, please don't do that." When Coates asked Ogle about her job, he confirmed that she would be fired, but he also gave her the chance to quit. The kids from someone else's house play with you at school. Ogle said it's not possible to do that. Because she was drunk in public, Coates was finally kicked out of school and sent to the Payne County Detention Center. There was a statement from the school board saying that they are working with the police and also looking into what happened internally. From educator to instigator, the drunken teacher's rebellion on the road. In a shocking turn of events, Patricia, a former teacher, caused trouble at a school celebration, leaving people shocked and the police trying to calm things down. Patricia was eventually arrested by police because of her disruptive behavior, which included yelling at the principal and damaging cars. Witnesses at the scene described the upsetting events that happened as Patricia made her rough return to the school grounds. Even though Patricia had been fired from her job as a teacher, she showed up to the party clearly drunk and without any manners or control. According to witnesses, Patricia's behavior quickly got worse and turned into a fight with the school principal. During the fight, Patricia yelled insults and charges at the principal because she was drunk and didn't care what other people thought and sat on the road swearing and saying she was waiting for her boyfriend to come. As things got worse, Patricia started kicking parked cars nearby, which caused damage and made people look scared. The bold act of vandalism made things worse and quickly drew the attention of police, who were sent to the scene. When police officers got there, Patricia was still being rude and controlling. According to witnesses, she refused to do what the police told her to do, and went on a series of swearing rants that made the situation worse and scared the people there. Patricia's behavior would not change even though people tried to talk to her and calm things down, so the police had to take strong action. It was a sobering end to the crazy situation when Patricia was arrested and led away from the scene. This ended her rule of chaos and inconvenience. Mark McNeil's reckless ride with 40 children aboard Mark McNeil, a Florida school bus driver, was arrested for driving while drunk while 40 students were on board. This shocking event happened in Flagler County. When McNeil was arrested, his blood alcohol level was 4 times higher than what is allowed by law according to the charges. Both of his readings were 0.32 and 0.31, which are much higher than the legal limit in Florida, which is 0.08. It was clear that McNeil had been drinking when he started his shift and even in between, as noticed by another worker. Even so, he got on the wrong bus, picked up about 40 kids from a middle school, and then began letting them off at their stops. Authorities at the school tried to talk to him on the radio, but he refused to listen in. Instead, he tried to use the radio to say that there was a medical emergency. While McNeil was going along his route, his boss found him. McNeil fell to the ground as soon as he got out of the car, faking that he couldn't breathe. The man was trying to deceive everyone, even when he was this drunk. After being taken to the hospital by emergency workers, he tried to run away but was caught on the hospital grounds. One of the charges against McNeil is driving while drunk or high with school children under the age of 18. He is also accused of fighting an officer verbally and not caring for children's safety at all. Not even this, 3 days before the accident, McNeil got in trouble for not stopping at a stop sign. During the same afternoon bus ride, he had also been in an accident with another car. Despite his acts, everyone was thankfully safe and did not cause any hurt or damage whatsoever. Sheriff Rick Staley said that McNeil's actions were very important and that anyone whose careless actions put children and other drivers in danger should be locked up because they deserve to be punished. As the story of these bad examples comes to a close, it serves as a stark warning of how important it is for educators to be honest and accountable. Even though mistakes and misconduct can be shocking and upsetting, they also show how hard people work to make sure kids are safe and healthy. As we think about what we can learn from these terrible events, let us renew our dedication to making our schools places where people trust, respect, and work professionally.